Hello students, welcome. Today we are going to start our syllabus, Unit 1, Introduction to Data Structure. In this unit, we are going to cover the topics that are data types and data objects, abstract data type, data structure, algorithm analysis, frequency count, space and time complexity, asymptotic notations, big O, and omega. Introduction. Computers are capable of performing complex problems, but they are dumb machines. They cannot perform on their own. They have to be given instructions to perform any operations or any task. In computer science, data is a very important term. The data is stored in a memory device in the form of bits. Each programming language provides a set of built-in data types which allow data to be stored in a meaningful format. Nowadays, the requirement of users with respect to the data processing are also becoming very complex and large. So, to solve this problem, the basic data types provided by programming language is not enough. So, there is a need of data structure which gives more structure to the data. Data structures are the programmatic way of storing data so that data can be used efficiently. And applications are getting complex and data rich. There are three common problems that applications are facing, that are data search, processor speed, multiple requests. To solve these problems, data can be organized in a data structure. In a data structure. A data structure is a data organization, management, and storage format that enables efficient access and modifications. Or we can also define a data structure is a collection of data values, the relationships among them, and the functions or operations that can be applied to the data. This In this slide, we are going to discuss some basic definitions. First definition is the data. Data is a raw or unprocessed data which is given to a system as input. Then the system processes that data and generates the output. There are two types of data, atomic data and composite data. What is atomic data? Atomic cannot be decomposed into subparts. These data are single. For example, the character A, number 10, etc. means the data which further cannot be decomposed, or we can also say which further cannot be divided into subparts are called as atomic data. Second is composite data. Composite data, this is a grouped data item which consists of subfields and each of which subfields are atomic. Atomic means what? We have seen it earlier that atomic means cannot be divided into subfields. Okay, for example, a telephone number consists of subfields like country code, city code, and telephone number. So, all together it forms a composite data, and the country code further cannot be divided into any parts. Data type. Data type describes the information type that can be processed by a computer and which is supported by a programming language. It also refers to the kind of data that variable may hold in a programming language. For example, integer, character, float, etc. There are three types of data types. First is simple data type, second derived data type, and the third is user defined data type. First we will study simple data type. These are the primitive or built-in data types which are supported by a language. The variables of these data type can hold only one value of that type. For example, integer, character, float, etc. Derived data types. These types are derived or constructed from the fundamentals or basic data types. These are arrays, structures, unions, files, etc. For example, if we have to store many values of the same type, we will have to use arrays. Or if we want to store many values of different types at that time, we will use structures and unions. Third is user-defined data type. These data types are created by the programmer. Many programming languages provide the facility of defining our own data or rename an existing data type. So, enum is a data type which we are going to use to create a new data type, and typedef is used to rename a built-in data type. Here we have given an example of enum and typedef. With the help of enum, we are creating a new data type named as days of week, and with the help of this new data type, we are creating a variable that is one day, and we are initializing it with the value Sunday. In the second example, we are renaming the built-in data type int with the name integer with the help of typedef. Now we have created a variable num of type integer. Data objects. Data object refers to the set of elements, capital D, of a specific data type. This set may be finite or infinite. If the set is infinite, we have to devise some mechanism to represent that set in memory, since the available memory is limited. For example, an set of integer numbers is infinite, positive, negative numbers. And the second example, a set of alphabets is finite, capital A to Z and small a to Z. Data structure. Data structure consists of data objects, their properties, and the set of legal operations which may be applied to the elements of the data object. Definition of data structure. A data structure is a set of domains D, a set of functions F, and a set of axioms, where D denotes the data objects. Data objects are nothing but the set of elements. F denotes the set of operations, the operations which we are going to perform on the data objects. And capital A denotes or describes the properties and rules of the operations which we are going to perform on the data objects. Abstract data type. It is also abbreviated as ADT. The ADT is a mathematical or conceptual definition of a data structure. The triple DFA is called the abstract data type, where D is nothing but the set of data objects, F is the set of operations, and A are the properties and rules of that operations. Altogether form an abstract data type. Because it is simply a conceptual specification of the data structure, it only gives the logical properties and operations of the data type without giving any details about the implementation. In simple language, we can also say that the ADT only tells us what to be done, and it does not tell how how it should be done. Types of data structure. First type is abstract or logical data structure, physical data structure. Second is primitive data structure and non-primitive data structure. Third type is linear data structure and non-linear data structure. Fourth type is static data structure and dynamic data structure. And the fifth type is sequential organization and linked organization. First data type, abstract or logical data structure. The abstract data structure is called the logical data structure because it simply specifies the logical properties of the data type. Hence, it is just a mathematical or abstract concept which defines the data type. Second is physical data structure. A physical data structure is the implemented ADT which can be used to store elements and perform various operations. Primitive data structures. Primitive data structures consist of single unit of information which do not contain any subparts. These are built-in data structures. For example, integer, float, etc. Non-primitive data structure. Non-primitive data structures are derived from primitive data structures. They are composite in nature. That is, they are composed of several units of information. This structure is a group of similar or different data items. For example, first example is given of integer array. Integer array is a collection of similar data types and the structure is a collection of different data types. Next is linear data structure. By linear, we mean in a line. The elements of a linear data structure are arranged in a line, that is, they form a sequence or a list. There is an ordering among them such that there is a first element, second element, and so on. These elements have one-to-one relationship with other elements. For example, array, linked list, etc. As the diagram shows. Non-linear data structure. In a non-linear data structure, the elements have one-to-many relationship between them. The elements do not form a specific sequence. Sometimes we cannot fully represent the relationship between the elements using a linear representation. For example, to show the family tree or to represent information about a road network, we need a nonlinear data structure. For example, tree, graph, etc. And the diagram shows a tree-like structure. Static data structure. A static data structure is one in which the number of data elements remain fixed throughout the application. The size of the data structure does not change during the entire program. The memory is allocated during compile time and remains allocated even when there are no elements in the data structure. For example, arrays. Dynamic data structure. In dynamic data structure, the size of data structure grows and shrinks dynamically, that is, during runtime. In most real-time applications, we cannot predict the number of elements in advance. Many applications require elements to be added and deleted. In such cases, the data structure size grows and the number of elements can also be added into that data structure and removed elements from that data structure. That's why dynamic memory allocation is required in this case. For example, stack, queue, linked list are the example of this dynamic data structure. Sequential organization. In the sequential organization, successive data elements are stored at a fixed distance. For example, an array uses sequential organization. Linked organization. In this organization, the elements of the data structure can be stored at any location in memory, but their sequence is maintained by linking the elements. The physical location of the elements does not determine its position in the set of elements. For example, a linked list uses linked organization. Thank you.